And just like that, we live once again. A little late, a a little impromptu, but we here. And we're coming through fireworks, period.
Come through
Okay.
fireworks, yes.
Yes. New year, new money,
No new friends,
no.
period. Okay.
We are Key and Carrie. I'm Damon.
I'm Troy.
This is alive. Of course, nobody's here yet because we started at a regular time. But we're here to review Bad Boys Club Besties. I think this is season 9, episode 4.
Gemini Films. We gotta
Gemini Film.
preface it because it's that other Bad Boys Club that was AARP-ish.
Yeah, yes.
Well, this one is also kind of AARP-ish. We're gonna get into it, but this got some seasoned characters in the house.
Some older gentlemen in the
Mm-hmm.
short. Are old hoes winning on this show?
No. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Baby, you got to be home with your kids, and that's no shade.
All 4 of them.
Oh, my goodness. Watch your Cinco de Tres, baby. And I know that's I know that's no. You got to be home with your kids at your big age. But
4 of them. Oh my God. Shout out to the people that are going to watch this on the playback. Shout out to the people that are going to come into this live. We're trying to rebuild our consistency. I know it's been a little crazy. But yeah, we're back. We're trying to get our footing. So please be patient with us. Definitely plan on reviewing the rest of this show and some other shows. So definitely stay tuned. And also follow us on Instagram for any updates.
yes.
But yes, Bad Boys Club, episode 4. Troy, do you know the name? Because I never do.
Ooh, somebody just got to go home.
So, okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was episode 3. Episode 4 is birthday blowout. I'm sorry, birthday blowout.
Okay. Birthday blowout. Whose birthday? Oh, Sunny's birthday. Okay.
Oh, it was Sunny's birthday.
Is not. I don't wish that on anybody. Yeah, I don't wish that on.
Well, it's kind of what happens when you swap news with somebody you consider to be your best friend. We're gonna get into it because this whole season is just nothing but people fucking on their best friends and all types of other weird shit, doing other types of weird shit with their best friends. Like
all types of strange shit.
This is a judge-free zone, by the way. I just want y'all to know we do not give it the fuck up like that at Key and Carrie. Okay? We do not cross those type of boundaries.
We're not judging.
We're not judging.
Yeah.
Never judging. Yeah. We just have to let the people know how the fuck we give it up at Key and Carrie. So again, we're not judging, but we don't do that shit.
What Norman Freeman say? Listen, baby girl, I don't know where you from, but where I'm from, we don't do that shit.
Listen, period. I don't know where you from, but where I'm from, we don't do that shit, and that's big facts. Yeah, this season is so toxic.
Yeah. Speaking of, do we want to get into our general thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, episode 4.
Past episodes that we've been, so it's 2 and 3.
Honestly, I love that they're in Vegas. Vegas is like one of my cities to visit. It's just it's too much blood being shed.
Yes.
This is way too. It's kind of giving. And I'm a gamer, baby. I was just playing Grand Theft Auto 5 the other day. I was playing as Franklin, a black man, and I rode through the Mexican territory, the Mexican hood. This season of Bad Boys Club is giving my experience on Grand Theft Auto 5, traveling through a Mexican neighborhood, Hispanic neighborhood as a black man, ghetto, very
So that experience is very ghetto. Yes.
Very remember when Homegirl said that there was a lot of love in the favelas? This is kind of what that's this is kind of what that's giving, but on a different spectrum. It's way too much bloodshed. Mm-hmm. They haven't even really been outside.
They have,
like you said, I think you mentioned off camera that they're kind of what's the word? They're kind of not, I guess, dispersing, or not really dispersing, but this is episode 4, and I want to say they've only been in the house for less than 48 hours.
True.
So there has been a lot of bloodshed, a lot of fights within them just being in the house. for less than fucking 48 hours. And I get this, the Bad Boys Club. It's just a lot going on. Too much blood being shed. The people who shedding blood don't know how to go wash your fucking face. Like bleeding all around these
Is
people's
that like
house.
poor
Like that's
people?
nasty.
Like
So
why do
big
they
ups to Gemini
love
Films. You know I love Gemini Films. You know I love Quran.
period?
The show is violent as fuck, but of course I knew it was gonna be violent because it's best friends.
That's true.
Baby, it's. I feel like I haven't really gotten to know anybody because this has been fights on top of fights on top of fights. And the person who did really open up, Jordan, I'm sad that he's gone because he did open up to Raymond, I think episode 2 or
Yes,
episode 3,
yes, I forgot.
about
Right.
being assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and him just kind of wanted to come to the show to promote his brand. I was like, okay, come through vulnerability. Like, look at you being transparent. And then he ended up leaving. So I feel like I haven't really gotten to know anybody because it's been a fucking battle royale. So that's really my only complaint. It's just too chaotic. And it's episode 4, and I really don't know the cast, what they do for fun. 9 to 5. You know, we love to hear people talk about their job because we working bitches, but like I don't know the cast.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts, Damon? Also, let us know in the comments if you watched this season of Bad Boys Club, how y'all feel about the cast, how y'all feel about the season so far. You know, we love chopping it up with you guys, but definitely let us know how you feel about this cast. But yeah, Yon, how you feel about your general thoughts on season 9 of Bad Boys Club?
So yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said. I never understand. Well, I get it, but like I just feel like when like people first get on the show, I feel like it should be like all like amiable energy. Like I feel like everybody should be friendly, should be happy. Hey, who are you? Where you're from? Like I just feel like everybody should just be like, because we don't know each other. So like, where is the animosity? But now we know, like in this era of reality TV, people know who also is going to be on the show. So there's like a lot of social media stuff that happens. People want to try to prove themselves. I said this show is definitely like 60 days in, or
Definitely.
like what is it? Not first 48. Ooh, not first 48.
So, it's borderline first 48 shit.
Somebody will be
Bitches
dead.
getting pushed in the pool. Somebody almost drowned in the tub. It's borderline first
That's
48,
true.
baby.
That's true. So a couple people have become dangerously close to homicide, murder in this bitch.
Listen,
But yeah, it definitely gives prison like I'm gonna fight for my respect. Like it's given like and it's just like why do you feel like you have to come into a space and prove yourself like that? Like I feel like Solo makes the most sense because I feel like when he came in, it's like I don't necessarily need to fight unless like it calls for it. Like if you want to fight, we can fight, but it's just like I don't need to prove anything. And I
right.
think a lot of other people on the show are giving like I need to prove myself. Why? If you can fight, you can fight. If you're that bitch, you're that bitch. You don't have to do all of this. So I agree with what you said. Also talking about what Jordan had mentioned, Jordan talking to Ramon. I feel like Ramon was a little too drunk to really understand. I mean, I feel like he understood what he was saying, but like to really connect
To process the information.
Process the information, right? But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It was interesting how he kind of just let it out, like not unprompted. I mean, yeah, kind of unprompted. Like he just kind of let it out, like this is what happened to me. So yeah, I just thought that was like an interesting moment. I felt bad for him. I feel like this isn't the space for him because like I don't feel like this is the space for anybody to be honest, but especially somebody like Jordan who seems more sensitive and just more like laid back. I think I said this in the first episode review, but like I think the come up would be like a better space for him, where fighting is not like top tier priority.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the come up would have
been
been a better show. I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say I feel like the come up would have been a better show for Jordan to been casted for.
Yeah, I think that would have been better. And even everybody was saying like, "Oh, he's a sweetheart," but like this isn't the space for you, so you got to. And I was like, I kind of agree with that. But yeah, I just feel like the show is kind of a mess. I do want to see them go out and do things and like experience things, not just fight in the house. But it has just been day one, so like even though we're like 4 episodes in, so I'm wondering how many episodes they have because we're already 4 episodes in and it's been like a day. So I don't know what that's gonna look like. But yeah, those are my general thoughts on the whole situation. Do we want to get into the people. I guess we're gonna do this by.
Yes. So for this format, we're just gonna go from like our favorite to least favorite, or in my case, I'm gonna start with my least favorite and work my way down to my favorite. Um, Also, like I said, feel free if you guys are watching the show, feel free to let us know how you feel in the comments.
Yes. Also, speaking
If
of comments, not to cut you off, I just want to say shout out to
yes, I saw her. Yeah.
Butter Barbie. Thank you for being here. Yes, always champion this. I appreciate that.
Hey, B, yes, thank you for being here. Happy 2K25 to y'all. So good to see your face, Miss Ma'am.
Yes.
Like, so good to see your goddamn face. But so yes, least favorite to favorite. This is going to be the format that we're using for this review. Just to kind of keep it like concise, sweet, short. So, starting with my least favorite, I'm gonna go with Raymond. I'm going to go with the father.
Not the son or the Holy Spirit, just the father.
No, don't get us struck. No, don't get us struck down.
I'm just trying to differentiate. That's what I'm.
Listen, it's taking me back to that episode of Family Guy when I think Peter started his own church for the Fonz. That's what it's getting. But yeah, Raymond is my least favorite. First of all, homeboy, you put hands on your best friend. Yeah. Who the fuck does that? That's where he lost me. He lost me. First of all, he lost me entering the Bad Boys Club at age 40. I tried to give him a pass on that. Yeah. I'm not gonna judge it. I'm not a judgment or a judgmental person. Live your truth. You 40, you consider yourself a bad boy. By all means, you do that and you experience that and you live that. But for you to be 40 and to be a sloppy drunk homeboy, you're supposed to be the most put together person in the house. Everybody else younger than you, they're supposed to be kind of rambunctious and sloppy drunk all over the place, and you kind of supposed to be like a house mother, then kind of like Electra. Like, look at these sloppy bitches. Like, this is shit I gotta deal with this season. But no, like Raymond, sloppy drunk. Yeah. He lost me when he fought his best friend, and I kind of when he fought his best friend Sonny, and the season premiere when they were having their discussion about like their history, like how they met and their friendship and all that. Mm-hmm. Somebody said like they had a falling out over some petty shit. And I was like, ooh, I was talking to y'all had a falling out and now y'all are best friends. So I was like, that's kind of, I didn't think that it was like a physical, like somebody was hitting each other, but I'm like, ooh, this doesn't seem, and then Raymond, he kind of punches on Sonny. And I was just like, in my head, I didn't want to put this, but it's just like, I wonder if this is the first time that Raymond has just like, because it just kind of seemed to just come out of nowhere. Like, it's made me wonder, like, if you were so willingly to just jump on your friend in front of strangers at that, like, what would you do? Like, how would you, like, if it's just y'all two and you feel in some type of way, like, well, who's to say that you won't just like, and not to mention, like, Raymond has like maybe 5 to 6 inches of height over Sonny.
That's true. Yeah. So
like, I don't know. Raymond lost me being like a sloppy drunk, and then when he put his hands on his best friend, because it's just like that's your best friend. Like, yeah, y'all are supposed to have some type of common ground, like where y'all can discuss like y'all issues. But for you to, first of all, for you to start a fight and then be like, you didn't have my back, like, but she popped on homeboy because you started a fight, and then you're like, oh, you didn't have. I don't know. I'm Raymond is least favorite. 40 no bars is my least favorite.
40 no bars. 40 and probably behind bars at this point. But no, yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said. I know some people are like, oh, why are you on a show like this? Like, I mean, I wouldn't be on this show at 40. I wouldn't be on this show at 28, the age I am now. But I do feel like even a show like The Dolls, I kind of like when they added older people because I feel like it's a chance for like people of different ages to kind of congregate and live together. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is a way for like people to learn and grow. The young people can learn about, the things that the older people went through. The people that are older can, learn about, the young perspective or whatever. But when they come in acting like this, like Ramon did, I'm just kind of like cringing because it's just like you said, you are the oldest, so it's just kind of like, have you not learned or grown from like your life, like from the things you've been through? Like you haven't learned how to like present yourself in a way that is not toxic or violent or like impulsive. Like
Right.
it just seems like, I don't know. I do feel like he wanted to kind of come on the show and like make a name for himself, especially at the end when he was like, "Oh, like if y'all want me back for season two, if y'all want me for season two, if you want me back for next season, if you want me back for blah blah blah," it's just like, okay, like no, probably not. Like you're getting kicked out now, so like why?
Yeah.
That's like that's like getting fired from a job and being like, well, if y'all want me back for this position, like no, you got fired. Like I know it works differently on a show like this, but still, it's like no, we're good. But yeah, I would say Ramon. Yeah, it's also my least favorite. Him fighting his friend was just uncalled for, especially knowing like I feel like he felt away because Sonny wasn't as hype as he was about the issues that like Ramon was going through. But at the same time, like Ramon was starting stuff with people. And I
Right.
feel like Sonny seems like the type of person where he will fight, but it's like he's not gonna give you that rah rah. Like if you want to
Right.
fight him, like he'll fight you, but he's not gonna be yelling in your face and talking shit to you. Like that just doesn't seem like the type of person he is. And it's crazy that like Ramon couldn't really see that. Like I don't know. It's like he fought, so it's just like I don't see why you're making it seem like he didn't have your back.
Right.
And then on top of that, I just feel like Ramon is the type of person to start shit with people and then expect for like you to jump in and have the same energy. It's like if you're starting shit with people, you need to have your own back. Like
Exactly.
period. Like so yeah. I thought that whole situation was weird. Him fighting Sonny was weird. I said, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Jimmy was a real one for holding Ramon's arms and letting Sonny get them little 1 2.
The little taps him.
Yeah, them little paws, them little pops. I said you ate that one thing. You ate that one thing for sure. And shout out to Blue Devil Babe that's in the chat and in the building.
Yes, the
Blue Devil
girls are in the
Babe
building.
said, "Hey friends, Happy New Year. Glad I caught you guys tonight so I can catch up on some of this show." Yes, period.
Hey,
Here, Blue Babe. Shout out to the Blue
thank
Heart.
you for being here. Miss you
Yes,
guys.
yes, yes. But
But yeah, and I do have a question. I'm sorry, I have a question before you continue your thought with Raymond. So not giving Raymond a pass, but do you think Raymond was acting out his 20-year-old Chris Oath as a 40-year-old man?
I don't think so. I think I mean, obviously, I'm not him. Never met the man, but I would think if you're living out your queer self, you're probably like twerking down. Like you probably like talking shit, but like in a fun way. Like you probably like being shady, trying to read a bitch, twerking, like trying to make out with people. Like I feel like you're being more of a like fun energy. Like I feel like fighting to me is more like you could do that anywhere. You could fight a straight person, a gay person. Like I feel like fighting is not. I mean, fighting is a part of the queer community, unfortunately, but like I feel like fighting isn't necessarily specifically queer. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like if he is living out his gay fantasy, it's like, well, why is fighting people your fantasy? Like, why is fighting other gay men something that you fantasize about? But I do get
Maybe
what you're.
he didn't get the let out experience at his 20s, and that's
Well, I mean, thank God he's not from Detroit and risk vehicular manslaughter, vehicular murder.
my goodness.
If I can't beat you, baby, I'm running you over. Okay, I'm not. I'm it's the Detroit way.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, that's Ramon. Definitely feel free to put in the chat how you feel about Ramon, or in the comments once this becomes a video, how y'all feel about Ramon. I feel like that was really all I had to say. I didn't really want to go there, but I kind of like the way he was acting. It really kind of made me question him as like someone's father, like someone's parent. Like I feel like, and don't get me wrong, I feel like you can be different with your kids than you are with like random strangers on like this fake TV show. But like, I don't know. I just feel like, is this really the way you want to present yourself? And then like, if your kids are like older enough to even like know that this exists and like be on the internet, like I would be kind of like, I don't know. I would feel some type of way if my like dad was like fighting people half his age like on the internet. Like I'd be like, okay, is this supposed to be how I'm supposed to act? Like I don't know.
My
But,
goodness.
but yeah, that's unfortunate. But
Would you rather your child pull up a video of you fighting on the internet or pull up, this looks like porn, baby girl?
like, what if it's porn? I feel like at least I'm getting a coin from it. That's a job because sex work is work. Okay,
Sex work is work.
sex work is work. So
Sex work is work.
I got to do what I got to do. If that's what I had to do, that's what I had to do. I'm not fighting for free though. So I don't know. I'm just saying. But yes, that's our take on Ramon, who was both of
Raymond,
our
Ramon, baby, bobblehead. Also, I hope he discarded that damn Dodgers jersey, cause ain't no Tide, ain't no cheer, ain't no OxyClean that's gonna no, yeah, like blood on the kid's hopscotch. That should have been the title of this goddamn episode.
It should have been blood on the Dodgers, baby.
My goodness. Well, moving on to another cast.
Going, because I'm sorry, you kind of prompted something in my mind. Him leaving after getting kicked out, I said, somebody get this man a breathalyzer? Because is he legally
legal to drive?
And you got people in the car, poor Jordan in the car, you got Mac in the back.
And you know he drunk as fuck, so he already don't know what's going on.
Dropping his vegetables all in the LA streets. I said, okay. Dropping his panties all in the street. I said
yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go.
I said, somebody get this man at least some Glad garbage bags, because I feel like that would be better than just holding your shit. Like
panties is on the floor, Mark.
Panties was on the ground, jock straps and everything. I said, this is too much. Way too much.
Mess.
But
speaking of Mac, that's honestly he's my next least favorite. He's and I hate being like, I don't want to say I hate being negative. I hate being negative. I hate when I feel like I'm judging somebody without like really getting to know them. So I dislike Mac, and I don't even know him, and I kind of feel bad for that, like because he came on the show sloppy drunk,
right?
Like
he left sloppy drunk. So I'm like, who is the real Mac?
Right?
I don't
like
know.
He was just inebriated his entire stay in the house. So it's like, if this is you outside the house, you don't ever need to audition for reality TV again. If this isn't you, no shade, you should probably seek some type of help. Because being that drunk all the time is not attractive. Like, drinking from the sun up to the sundown, like, no, that is. I'm not trying to be shady or like I said, I'm not passing judgment, but homeboy, that's not a good look. So, like I said, I kind of feel bad that I had to put him on this list as somebody that a character that a castmate that I dislike, because we really didn't get to know more about him outside of him drinking and him fighting. Like, and his mouth was always bloody. That's another reason why I dislike him. Like, go wash your fucking face. Like, why every shot you're in the goddamn camera, your fucking mouth is bloody? Like, I don't know. It's too much.
He was in that bitch with the Kool-Aid stain. You know,
the Kool-Aid mob. I said, my goodness.
I was just like, accurate. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't want to say Mac is unhinged. I feel like that's rude, but like, he just is too much. It's too chaotic. And like we were saying earlier, like I feel like you've been drunk this whole experience so far, like up until you leaving. So it's just like, who is the real Mac? Like, and there were times where he was chill. He was just kind of standing there. There was times where he was like kind of even breaking up stuff. Like other people was fighting, he was like, stop. So like, I don't know. I feel like there's some like reason there, but I just feel like he really got upset when they tried to kick him out. I feel like that was like when he like started to fight the most because it was just like, oh, I'm not gonna get him down, but then he did get him down. So, um, yeah, just the whole mess. Um,
I wonder what happened. Maybe hopefully we'll find out later in the season or like at the reunion. But I wonder what happened in like the group chat and then I guess the night before they all moved into the house. The
right.
double J alluded to there being like some type of beef or something with Mac, and I guess that's what kind of had him um kind of like not third wheeling it, but that's why the group kind of like I can't get my work together.
Uh,
Not removed him, but like they weren't fucking with him, I guess, because of whatever happened when they first initially met. So
yeah, it seemed
um
like he started talking shit from the start.
that's what I was thinking. So like he kind of brought it on himself because even when he left, he was like, "I'll beat your ass." Oh, when I see you at the reunion, it's like, homeboy, 4 episodes in and you ain't pinched a bitch yet. Like,
Yeah, it's been a rough ride for him.
yeah. So, like I said, I feel bad that I would have to say like I dislike him because I kind of feel sorry for him just from seeing him so
Yeah, especially when he was
drunk.
staring at himself in the mirror,
Yeah,
like I was like, ooh, he was like wiping the blood off, and I was just like,
poor baby.
yeah,
I wonder who casted him and what he gave in his casting video for them to like
probably
this
chaotic,
bitch.
probably chaotic, and it also makes me wonder, like, not to be like an asshole, but it kind of makes me wonder, like, if you're acting like this and presenting yourself, like, what have you been through that you think this is like okay? Like, I get it, it's the Bad Boys Club, of course. Like, I know what show I'm watching, but like, for you to be that chaotic, like, and not even just like a funny drunk douche, like you're fighting people, you're punching walls, your mouth is bloody. It's like, where did you come from? Where this is like normal for you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I would not even want to be in an elevator with you. Like, I want to like get away from you as far as possible because like yeah, you're just too chaotic for me. But I do feel bad for him because like I do feel like they didn't really give him a chance after like he fought the first time. I also think it's really funny, like super funny, that Jimmy and Joey were like shaming Ramon for fighting Mac. Like, oh, he's drunk, he's drunk. Like, why are you fighting him? He's drunk. Just leave him alone. And then fast forward like a couple hours, now y'all are fighting him. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. That's kind of hypocritical to me. Like,
Very
all
hypocritical.
were mad at him for fighting, and then also, but I do think it's funny when Jimmy was fighting Mac. I think it was Joey in the background, like, don't do him, don't do him, don't do him. He's drunk, don't do him. That's living rent free in my head. So like I'm gonna start saying that. Don't do him, don't do him. Like,
My goodness.
don't do him, my goodness. Um and also I just saw someone in the chat. Shout out to John
Hey, thank
Hernandez.
you.
Thank you for being here. They said at first Matt gave Diego vibes. Yes. But I feel like he's out Diego and Diego. No shade. I feel like Diego has some
A
reason.
limit. Yeah, Diego had a
A
limit.
limit. Yeah. I feel like Matt is just like Matt gives like toddler vibes, especially in the way that he moves and
Mm-hmm.
just the way he acts. It's like a toddler, like just all over the place and everything. It's just yeah, a mess. But yeah,
A
I think
toddler with the Energizer battery in his back.
yes, yes, a
Very supercharged,
toddler that
turbocharged.
got a toddler that got a hold of like somebody's caffeine. I feel like that's what it's giving. Just
Mm-hmm.
all over the place and too much energy. But yeah, shout out to Diego. Yes.
Yes, big shots to
He lives in
Diego.
Barbados. Um, but yeah, I think that's all I really had to say about Mac. Um,
Baby, I keep saying we can talk about Mac. For some reason I saw Mac and I thought we were talking about Mac from I thought about Mac from Now That's TV, Mr. DL,
oh yeah,
Mr. He Kissed the Boy, but
is that the one with the teeth, or is that the one?
that's the
Okay.
one with the tooth. Well, that's the one that's missing the tooth. This front tooth.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Ant. I'm thinking of Ant.
Oh, and that's the other DL one. That's
Child, are any of them DL? No shade. I feel like you know what? That's a different show. We'll
different show, different network. And
Situation.
yeah. Anywho, uh, child. Yeah, I like that comment because that's where I was going.
Not you seeing it as soon as it popped up. Um, Also, John Hernandez said, "I dislike Jimmy and Joey. I feel like they're trying too hard." Yes, I agree.
100%.
It's crazy because I feel like Jimmy, Joey, and what's his face, Ramon. I feel like they're all trying too hard. Mac also trying too hard, but I feel like he's just drunk. But
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like they all try too hard, and it's crazy because I feel like they were kind of trying to play Sonny like, oh, like Sonny wasn't doing his big one, but Sonny was seemed like the realest one. It's like I'm only fighting when I'm prompted. Like
right.
outside of that, like I got nothing for you, and I'm like, that's real. Like why waste your energy, you know? So
Some
I
on the
get it.
same boat. Like it's crazy because when Solo has like the same energy. I mean, we're gonna get to it. Solo has the same energy as Sunny, and nobody's really coming at Solo the way they're coming at like Sunny. A lot of hoes is picking and choosing,
That is
and
true.
there's Double J, very much
Yeah,
Double J. So while we're because they're next on the list, I honestly feel like Joey. I think that's
Joey is the shorter one.
the short one.
I
Okay,
learned.
he
I
comes
learned.
across as like super hostile, like always wanting to fight. He was telling somebody he'll like pack him out. And it's like, homeboy, like we get it's a bad boys club and you there to fight, but it's like you doing too much because you.
Do you think? Okay, so I kind of have a theory. Not to cut you off, but you know how like as gay men, I feel like a lot of gay men feel like they have to like put on a bravado because like their whole life, if their family found out they were gay,
Mm-hmm.
they feel like, oh, we gotta toughen you up. So like we gotta do things to make you tough or whatever. Even in some cases, if they accept your sexuality, it's like we still gotta toughen you up.
But
I think it's still
here's
toxic.
the thing:
But
how
okay,
you gonna have this masculine bravado and you in a confessional with a whole pound of lip gloss on your lips?
that's true. Both of their lips are glossy as hell.
Like,
But I feel like it's the fact that like he's trying to be who he's gonna be, but like I'm still trying to get that tough bravado stuff. Because I've seen people in like full blown lace fronts trying to give like aggressive energy, like trying to give like that defensive energy. So like I don't know if like how you present has anything to do with it, but I also just want to add like maybe him being Hispanic and like lighter skinned. I wonder does that play a role in it?
my goodness.
Well, I don't know. I'm just wondering because, like, I feel like how they say like the lighter you are, I feel like it's like the more people think like, oh, like you're feminine. Like that goes for
Oh,
women too.
okay. Like you're soft. So,
Yeah. So it's just like, and then like I feel like of course, dark skinned men they get like the shorter end of the stick too because like people think that they're like inherently violent and like aggressive. So I wonder if that's something that he's trying to prove as well. Like just growing up and like being gay, like oh, I'm trying to put on a bravado. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just wondering. But yes, he is very hostile for no reason. Do you want to start with him and then
and
the
that was
other?
a yeah with Joey, Little J. That was a really kind of like a really good analogy that you made. Like I feel
Which one do you like more? Like, which one are you gonna like? Do you have to deal with? I guess you could
both these bitches insufferable, but I guess I'm gonna take BBL.
say. Not BBL.
I
Is it
take
because of
BBL, no B Baby Lindo, but yeah, I take
shout out
BBL.
to BBL though? But
But
so because of the BBL or no?
he's less hostile, less aggressive
He's
than
more reasonable. It seems in
Joey.
somewhat.
You said who?
He's more reasonable. It seems in like a lot of the situations.
Yeah, yeah. He
So
does kind of seem more level headed, but
yeah,
Joey is like I don't. If he is going through like the light skin, you're soft, like you're weak, he is doing a great job of like he's doing a great job of I lost my train of thought. He's just too aggressive for me. He's been in like 4 goddamn fights.
yeah, and maybe he's getting
Um
ready for prison or not prison. I guess he's going to jail. You going to jail, bitch. Anyway,
My goodness, yes, but
maybe he's tough enough for that.
like, here's my thing. Like, I know Mac is annoying. Mac is super fucking annoying, irritating. But I kind of feel like
Baby,
I feel like I would say give him a pass.
Trade is blowing you up right now. While you check that, I just want to say shout out to Beast Mode in the building. Good to see you. Yes, our yes, one of our besties for the Gemini Films franchise. But they said, hey, it's been a minute. Yes, it has been a minute. We're back with the jump off though. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for being here, Beast Mode.
Yes, definitely let
But
us know your thoughts. I know you have watched, and I'm just curious to see what you think.
I guess to sum it up, I'm just ready for the niggas to get into the house and see the shift and the change of energy from Joey and Jimmy. Like, I guess like what I was trying to say, Mac is irritating, but I feel like like you said, I feel like they're doing too much, they're trying to do their big one, and they're like fighting Mac, and you know he's not gonna fight back. And I know he's fucking irritating, but like y'all, you did say that he's like trying to swing on them. But it's okay in my head. If somebody I know is like intoxicated like Mac is, and they swing at me, baby, if you're drunk enough, I can just like push you out my fucking way.
That's true. And Joey did end up. I feel like he started to do that, especially when they were in their room. Like he kind of just like pushed them onto the bed, and I feel like that's what they should have just kept doing. But at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like if somebody's swinging at you, drunk or not drunk, I feel like you need to like. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you defend yourself. Yeah.
But homeboy was already on the ground. You didn't have to like fucking kick him in the ribs. Like
that's absolutely true. Yeah, he did.
It's a lot of picking and choosing, and it's a lot of picking and choosing, especially with like the double J, like fucking Jimmy or Joey popping on Sonny because Sonny's trying to break up the fight between Raymond and Jimmy.
Right.
So yeah, Jimmy's kind of Joey. I'm sorry, the short one. He's kind of doing so much. Angry, very hostile. And then what really lost me was at the end of this episode, Joey and Jimmy had a conversation. And then it led to them like threatening each other, where Joey was like, "Oh, I'll pack you out." It's like, what's with y'all? Mainly y'all Hispanics. No shade, and I'm not racist. No Trump territory over here. But what's with y'all like putting y'all hands on y'all best friends? Like,
well, that brings me to a point that I've been wanting to bring up. I feel like I can't see some of these people as best friends, especially the Jays. They keep saying that they're best friends, but like I don't think I can see them as best friends. I see them as exes because I feel like
very much exes.
Because I feel like they think, oh, we didn't put a title on it, like it didn't like exist. But I'm like, if you live with this person, you're answering to this person, you're seeing this person regularly. Yeah, you didn't put a title on it, but like y'all are kind of exes at this point. Like I feel like a lot of people do the whole like situationship thing, and it's like it's really just a relationship, but you don't want to call it that because
right.
You're still in a relationship. So it's like y'all giving exes, to me. But yeah, I'm just like the way that y'all. It's even like when Joey mushed Mac, and then like Mac went back at him, and then Jimmy jumped in. So I'm like, why are you jumping in for him when it's a one-on-one situation? I feel like it's given like, oh, we've messed around enough for me to feel like I need to defend you physically. Like I need to defend you in any capacity. So that was weird to me. But when you find out that they're exes, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Beast Mode 5 said every single boy in the house used the N-word. That don't sit right with me. Period. Let's get to that because there's one or I guess now two black people in the house. I don't know if if whatchamacallit identifies black, but that's clearly a black man. But Solo and Jordan, they're the only black people in the house, and I feel like they said nigga the least amount of times out of everybody in the house. And it's just like, whoa, I get it, it's LA. But no, like, why are y'all and do you notice that they only really say it when it's like they want to feel like aggressive, like when they're fighting and it's like, yeah, nigga, yeah, nigga, and it's like, oh, that's the only time you want to say nigga. Like, okay, that's weird to me. But yeah,
Very
I'm
weird.
glad people are calling that out.
Yeah, very weird. And kind of shame on the brothers for not correcting that shit. Like, you cannot say nigga around me and not get popped in the mouth. Like,
Well,
it's you're not black, so and and it used to tick me off when people like, oh, you're not black. What does that mean, baby? You know what the fuck not black means, just like you know what the fuck not white means, baby. If your skin, if you don't reflect in the sun, you cannot say nigga, and that's just on
you go
period.
to you go to that job interview, baby. You know you're not black. you you see the cops,
Listen,
you get pulled over. I'm not black. Oh, me? No.
listen,
Like, yeah,
yeah, it's weird. A bunch of
yeah. I know some people feel like it's like a cultural thing. Like, oh well, I grew up in this place with these people with black people, so I feel like I'm a part of the culture. When it's
it's
like,
like no,
listen,
no.
that's not being black.
This
You'll
happened
never
on
be.
the last season of Baddies. Shout out to Natalie Nunn in the Baddies, but there was a girl
Oh,
on
shout
there.
the wrong child. Okay.
But there was a girl on there, and she was like, "Oh, I'm from the hood. I grew up around black people, so I can say nigga." It's like, no, you can't, baby girl. You can bounce on all the black dick that you want. You still are not black. You cannot say, nigga. You came from a white vagina. I don't care if.
Now now you isolated some other people too. No shade. You
listen,
know, it's some halves that it came out of.
listen. I'm just saying, like,
What you said, it made me think about something. I think that like a lot of like non-blacks, I feel like they always claim like, oh, like I'm from the hood, like I can say nigga, blah blah blah. Blah. I feel like they think that like saying nigga, like they think that it's like, oh, like that makes me a racist. Which I mean, you could still be racist, but they think like, oh, I hate black people, like type shit. Like they feel like, oh, you think I hate black people, that's why I'm saying this word when I really love black people and care about black people. And it's like, no, like this is bigger than that. This is more so like this is a word for us to like if you want to like reclaim it, but like this is a word for us. Like it's
right.
just people that's not black. Like it's not even about hating black people. It's just not a word for you. But not to digress.
You know what's crazy? How come white people don't get their own like term of endearment and just use that? Why y'all gotta come over here and use our shit?
That is, listen. Can I put that on a T-shirt?
Like,
why y'all gotta come in here and use our shit?
Yeah, like why
That
y'all not
like
yeah, go create your own shit or something like that. But no, if you're not black, you should not be saying nigga.
yeah,
That's just period. I don't. And again, I don't know.
Like, especially since they're using it to sound like like to put, and it's just like it's not working. Like you would be better if you just called him like another like I don't know insult. Like, but yeah, that's definitely something that it seemed like both of them and Mac, which I'm looking at Mac. I feel like Mac is not black enough to say it. I feel like he has black in him, but it's not as like it doesn't fit the like threshold to say it. I feel like it's like 13% or some shit.
My goodness.
Like I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. But yeah. Do we want to go to? Did we get past the J's?
Oh yeah, we're definitely down with the double J's.
I will say, before we move on from them, I do feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, and maybe just because we've seen so much like violence and chaotic energy up until this point, I did think the scene with Joey trying to flirt with Solo, I did think it was kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie, just because it seemed like a genuine moment, and they were like kind of like you could tell. I mean, it seems like Joey like is actually like really into Solo, which I mean, obviously I can't blame him, but like like I feel like he's like into him. So like it was cool to see them like talk and like flirt and like get a scene that wasn't around violence or you know Not
And Sonny sucking on his teeth though. I said, is this really
okay.
necessary?
Listen,
I said, is this really fucking necessary?
I was like the awkward moment when you like are flirting with a guy and you like put it out there like you want him to suck your nipples, and then a dude that like you were not even thinking about is trying to suck your nipples, and you like, okay, like I did put it out there, but yeah, that was really awkward,
Put it on
especially
the
he
floor.
had
My
just lost.
goodness.
So I'm just like, and Sonny he was trying to do the
Yeah,
best
he
job
was
he could.
munching.
I
Like, homeboy,
said,
you ain't getting no milk out of there. Like, calm
you
down.
are way too into this.
Shit. Anyways.
Oh, it was awkward. Um,
Very, very
very,
awkward.
very awkward. And then I was like, you just gonna let him do this? And he was like, yeah, this shit ain't my TV. I said, period. Like, I
Goodness.
don't, yeah, that was awkward. But
Goodness.
who do we want to move on to next? I know
Uh,
there's some people that I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of giving furniture, unfortunately, just kind of in the background.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, who
Jordan.
Jordan? Yeah, dang, I guess he is the only one. I thought it was more people than him, so I didn't want to
Oh,
single.
well, we have Solo and Sunny left.
Okay, okay, let's go with Jordan.
Okay, because I honestly, I could say that I like Jordan. Right now, he is, I won't say he's my fave, but I do have like a tolerance for him. I kind of wish he was more present in the house. Like, I know, like, altercations and arguments and like fighting isn't his thing, but like, if
Right,
Mac is your
you
best
need
friend,
good commentary for
yeah,
sure.
like Mac is your best friend, you need to be with your best friend. Like,
Right,
if you're not gonna like help him fight, then you need to be breaking up the fight. But just watching your best friend like get pounded on is like, homeboy, like what are you doing? So
yeah,
um I think Jordan is cute. I do think that this was the wrong show for him.
right.
Um but I would love to see him on like the come up and see him like flourish and to see him like style and like all of that. I do think that this was not the right show for him. I also don't think that Mac is a good friend for him or to him. I don't really know the dynamic and the diametrics of their friendship, but just based on what I've seen in the house, Jordan seems like just really fucking just chill, down to earth, mellow, um,
You know what?
Casper the Ghost, if you will.
Not to
Um,
cut you off, but it made me think of the moment when when Solo took their room, Mac in Jordan's room, when he came in and he's like, "Well, I'm by myself, so I deserve this room for some reason." And so like he was having a conversation with Jordan, and Jordan was like, "Oh, like you're here by yourself? Where's your friend?" And he's like, "Oh, he's not here." And just the conversation, like the back and forth, was giving like, "You're so wholesome. Like, why are you on this show?" Like he was genuinely like, "Oh, you came here by yourself? Oh, that's crazy." Like, and it's like you don't deserve to be on this show. Like you should be on something that is different from this.
mhm.
But I feel like maybe he has personality. Well, I mean, we won't know at this point because he went home. But I could see him definitely on like the come up. I could see him on even like maybe like um I'm trying to think the Texas season of Bad Boys Club. Like maybe them being a little younger, like his age, I feel like it wouldn't have been so volatile if that makes sense. Like I could see him on like another season of Bad Boys Club.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I don't. I don't think.
There's some where people have not didn't fight at all. Like they literally just like fights happen, but they didn't. It didn't seem so hostile to the point where like, oh, I feel like you're in a dangerous situation.
Well, I feel like Jordan probably would have been. I don't know how old he is, but I feel like
I think he's 24. I
okay.
think he said he was 24.
So
He's
I feel
either
like
24
he
or
was
26.
probably on the wrong season. I feel like if he was probably a little bit older, he probably would have been good on like one of the older seasons of Bad Boys Club, and then he would have been. If he would have came back for like Reunited, I felt like that would have been a good kind of scenario set up for him because there wasn't like a really lot of fighting. It was more like not kumbaya, but kind of like redemption and like
Yeah, I can see
something
him
like
on the
that. So I kind of feel like I really don't see Jordan on Bad Boys Club. I would say like the come up,
more so.
maybe the circle or like the crew or something like that. But a show where it's just all out like I'm gonna get you, bitch. No,
Jesus.
he needs to be far away from that.
Why did I just think of SpongeBob? He gets ya.
My goodness. Oh
No,
my
but
goodness.
yes, I think he would definitely eat on a show like The Circle or like The Come Up, Chasing, because he's cute and I feel like he said he's like a stylist, so like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
really would like to
know
see like
something.
his grind
Yeah,
and hustle. I feel like Mac maybe talks him into coming
definitely. He
in the
said
show.
he was there
So
because of Mac. He told Ramon that.
okay,
Like, yeah, I'm here because my friend wanted to come. And I'm like,
the boy could
and then
probably use a bit more brain cells, but
I was gonna say that. I'm like, you just here because your friend wanted you. Like, you didn't look into it or anything. Like, that's being 24, I guess.
my goodness.
But I just wanted to highlight a couple comments. No shade. Of course, I was once 24. Beast Mode 5 said Diego is nothing like
Ooh.
Mag, no cap, but Mag did not get what Diego did. Not to be biased, but we need him back. So, are you saying we need Diego back or we need Mag back?
Hopefully Diego.
Yeah, hopefully Diego, because I feel like Diego had a likable quality about him that like Mac doesn't have. At least we haven't seen it. So I just meant when they have similar drunk vibes and how they turn up. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Um, but John Hernandez also said Jordan, Mac, and Sonny didn't really belong on the show. Maybe Ramon neither. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they wanted maybe Mac just for the chaoticness of it all. Sunny, I feel like it's cool, but it's like they all started fighting so fast that it's just like it. I don't know. It's like some of these people could have ended up on the show and been cool if they had just been opened up to like a more positive,
Mm-hmm.
like experience, at least off rip. I never get
Like
why they start fighting right off the bat. Like it's like once I get to know you and like live with you and like we have differences and clash, that's when we start fighting. Not when we first see each other. We don't know each other. Like so yeah, I never understood that. But yeah, I hopefully he finds himself Jordan finds himself on a different show, a show that is more, positive and, tends to his needs. But yeah, um, definitely wasn't the show for him. Do we want to? Who was your next, or I guess your second
Solo.
pick?
Let me say I'm living for Solo.
Okay.
Because I got into Rookies, executively produced by Markel Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I got into
Great.
Rookies a few days
I love
ago. So
Marlo.
I had to go back and get a little rewatch. Mr.
Did he
Solo.
twirl on that show? I feel like I knew he could twirl on that show, but I don't know
He
if he could twirl on
he
that show.
didn't.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? It was a dude on the show named Max who ended up thumping.
Yes, I do remember that. He ended up
But
fighting that one dude, Dion, I think his name was. He was shorter.
Dior,
Dior. He ended up fighting Dior. I did.
uh,
Because
George's
Dior was
friend, I
bullying
think.
him all season.
Yeah,
And he
and then ended
broke
up
him.
getting a 2 piece and a biscuit. But yeah, Solo. I'm gonna say I'm living for Solo. Solo came in and basically it was Solo's house without Solo having to say it was his house. Like
That's true. So
told you when the niggas come in, the energy shift. The energy shift. Like
yes.
when the niggas come in, the energy shift. So yeah, Solo is chill. Like he said, like I don't have to do too much. Like I can, but I don't have to. Like this isn't his first rodeo, so I like that
Yeah.
he's in the house and he's kind of calling this shit out. Like you got to go because you drunk and like you need to defend your friend and all of that. So I could say I'm living for Solo and I guess his level headedness because as crazy as this house is, he could have turned up and
That's true.
I feel like Bad
I
Boys Club
feel like
probably would have. It would have been Bad Boys Club Vegas, Bad Boys Club Besties, first 48, and that's a lot of.
that would have been more blood. It would have been
My,
like that scene in The Shining when they open up the elevator and there's blood everywhere. I feel like that's what it would have gave.
my
I'm
goodness.
just saying. I feel like he would have wrecked shop in there. But anyway, I feel like I am glad that he showed up on some chill shit. I do feel like he felt like he had nothing to really prove, and thus he's just kind of like, let's break this down with. I don't know how old he is, but like I feel like he was more approaching things with reason. Like when he was like talking to Mac, he's like, listen, you need to you need to like send money for the hole that you punched in the wall because like
Mm-hmm.
then that's gonna come out of production. Like you ruined the Airbnb's property. Like so you need to like either go or you need to send some money. Like and so I understood that. But yeah, I feel like he was just kind of like just there, kind of spectating, um, kind of like the audience, honestly.
Basically, Ken,
Bro,
that's basically what he is, watching all the bullshit happen.
keying the whole time. Um, but yeah, I do like Solo. I feel like he's chill. I do feel like he was kind of giving a little bully energy when he showed up. Like this, my room.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, like is that necessary? But I do feel like outside of that, I don't feel like he's been trying to like bully anybody or like you know pick on people that are beneath him or not beneath him that are he would think are weaker than him. But yeah, I think his time in the house has been interesting so far. He seems like really shy for some reason, or like he doesn't really talk too much. I guess so. I think that that's interesting. Um,
He
I
got
also
Joseph on the brain. Now I wonder what that's giving.
I think it's oh yeah Joey. I said Joey throwing that got so hard as hell. Like he's throwing that cat like nobody's business, baby. I
My
said,
goodness.
whoa. I was like, okay, like he's coming up. Like I thought it was like kind of cute, but I was like, damn, you coming on a little strong. But okay, like maybe that's the energy that Solo wants. But Jordan said, or Jordan, John Hernandez said, I don't know why I said Jordan, but definitely Diego. I don't like Mac to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Mac is just kind of annoying. Like even when he
He
was like
is.
talking shit on his way, I was just like what are you saying? You're just saying nonsense right now. Like the words you're
What
saying don't even.
what would be your reaction if I'm being escorted out of a club in Chicago? If I'm being kicked out of an Airbnb in Chicago and my garments are falling all across the street. Like,
I don't know. I would be like, maybe it was like a situation with a man. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe you got thrown out in the middle of the night or something. Like, I don't know. I would feel bad.
because you know how
But
I feel about my book bag and my luggage being unzipped in public.
pause
So
to the streets.
it
Like,
is. I said,
baby,
not him climbing in the car. You said his panties was in the street.
baby. He was stepping on the bitches and everything. I said, you're going to get a diaper rash.
It is. Well, if
You're
I was
going
Mac,
to
I would have
get
picked up a pair and just tucked it under somebody's windshield wipers and just went on about my way.
put the panties under the wheel, baby.
Put him in somebody's mailbox. You know what? You get a
Baby,
pair.
that
You
would
get a
be
pair. That's how we. That's
because
how I want to
somebody
about
would
my
be
kids.
like, "What the fuck? Why panties? What the fuck?" And then now you getting somebody in trouble with their wife or their husband. Like, why are there pennies in our mailbox? Like,
Goodness. And let me know, like, thank you for last night.
right?
Panties in
Thank
the
you so
mailbox,
much.
baby.
Like, Beast Mode 5 said, yes, we need Diego back, not Mac. Like Troy said, he's a toddler. Yes, definitely gives toddler.
Oop.
Yeah,
Let me call him a toddler.
I did call him a
You
toddler.
called him
I
a
did call him a
toddler.
toddler. And I stand by it. I'm not gonna lie. He gets
Goodness.
toddler energy. The way he like the way he says nonsense. Kids just be talking about nothing. And I live for it when toddlers do it, but now when grown men do it,
Yeah,
like
when an adult does it, it's like, yeah.
annoying. Yeah. Uh, he also said Solo is chill as fuck. Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Spicy Original in the building. Thank you for
Yes, the
being
girl Spicy Original is in the building. Yes.
here. Happy New
Thank you all
Year.
for being
Um,
here. Can I?
we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all
Yes.
so much. Definitely feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed this live. We
Yes.
promise to be here for episode 5 when that comes out. So we'll definitely be here. But yeah, was that all the The mini.
No, last but I guess my favorite of the
Okay.
episode, Sunny. So when Sunny first enters the house, I was like, "Ooh, it's kind of old. I don't know how this is gonna go." But like you said, I like that Sunny is chill and he stands 10 toes down when he has to. Like he's not doing too much. I feel like he literally came to the house to support his best friend, to like have a good time, to chill. And I feel like once shit went left with Raymond, he kind of just, you kind of see a break in spirit because he really didn't want to get. I feel like Sonny did not want to get into a physical altercation with his best friend. So I thought that it was cool that Jimmy was there to kind of, let him do his big one, get a couple hits in, because that was unwarranted. Like, why are you attacking your best friend? Not only are you attacking your best friend, but it's kind of making Raymond look like a bully because you're literally uh, like the 7 foot giant on top of Sonny, who's like 5 feet. So it's like, what the fuck you doing? So I like that Sonny stands 10 toes down. He'll pop when he has to. Other than that, he's just chilling, and that's kind of what I was hoping for with Mac. I was kind of hoping after the first episode, Mac would have, Lil Ripsy would have woke up, took a shot, gained some sense, and be like, "Oh, okay, like this is what we're doing." But no, yeah, I'm living for Sonny so far. Like he's chill. I just hate that he had to go through that with like Raymond. We're all kind of, you're the only person in this house that I really, really know. Like I'm still getting to know everybody else. So for us to be fighting in front of strangers, it's like, what the fuck? So I do feel bad that he had to go through that with Raymond. But I am living for I'm living now. I will say I was taken aback when his whole ass was out. And I was like, what are you doing?
I was gonna say, I said, not you at the club with your ass out. I said, where we do that at?
I said, okay, Ruminelli. I said, okay, Ruminelli.
Right? Definitely give it Ruminelli. But LA girl, the girls of LA, the Ninas of Nevada, let us know, is that how they get down in the West Coast? Because I don't know. I feel like maybe the let out you might show your ass. Maybe. But I don't know. At the club, there were strippers there. So maybe he thought it was like, okay. But I feel like that's the stripper's job. Like, I feel like they were
stripper's job, baby. You don't compete with no dancer.
Yeah, like I wouldn't get paid for it. Like, why are you showing your ass?
Very true. So, it was like, also Jordan taking that shot off Sonny's ass. I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah. I said
his bare ass. Homeboy, y'all, you don't know when this man showered? Like
Sonny's ass or Jimmy's BBL?
Sonny's.
Okay, you going natural.
Natural.
You want to see some real ass?
Natural, no, Nikki. Natural, no, Nikki, natural, baby. I don't know what the fuck she gonna do right now. Come on, natural, no, Nikki, natural.
Oh my god.
Yes.
But yes, I get what you're saying. I will say Solo was my favorite up until now, but I agree. I think Sonny is doing his big one. I feel like Sonny is chill. I feel like Sonny just wants to come and have a good time. And I feel like Ramon was on some weird shit. Like, to be honest, I feel like he was on some shit where it's like, I want to fight and prove I'm the baddest, and I want to make a name for myself and get on another show. Like, I feel like that's what he was giving. Where Sonny was just like, I just want to chill and have fun.
Right.
We on vacation. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are we fighting? Like, off rip. Like, it didn't make any sense.
That is a good fucking point. This is technically like vacation. Like, I'm not about to take time off my job to go fucking fight for my life. Like, bitch, if that's the case, I'll just stay at work and fucking deal with the bullshit. Like, yeah, that's crazy. I would never, but I do agree with that. Like, I do feel like Sonny was there for a good time, and Raymond was, I gotta be that bitch. I'm that bitch, and it's a lot of these best friends. They don't seem to have where there's a disconnect between them. Like,
yeah,
everybody's too turned, and there's nobody is like the balance. So if Jimmy is hot, Joey's hot. Nobody is like there to kind of calm the other person down.
Right.
If Raymond's hot, Sunny's hot, nobody's there. So it's kind of like, where's the balance in this motherfucker?
Right.
Like,
Where is the
so I kind of feel like
I agree.
Sunny could possibly be that balance as Raymond is Solo. But
But you know,
Solo kind of be keying and be letting the girls girl. So
is he playing in Joey face?
mm, he might be.
Okay.
He might
Okay.
be.
I think he's low key entertaining it, but for the key of it all, I feel like that's what it's giving. But
Let me sit this ass on you.
you
I
know he
feel
woke up.
like
I don't know if he woke up, but the morning after he was in Joey's bed. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. You have your own room, but you in bed with this man. I said, okay, period.
mhm.
I'll keep it and I keep it moving. But yes, to end my thoughts on Sunny, um, I agree. I feel like with the situation with his friend Ramon, I feel like they probably have a lot more history than I feel like we know. Like I know they said they fell out and they sent each other news, but I don't know. I feel like something happened there because I feel like Ramon was saying something about how like, oh, like I can't say anything to you without it sounding like an attack. And I was like, well, what does that mean? He's like, it was almost like, oh, like there's history between us that I can't really speak on right now. And I'm just like, okay, that's weird. Like, what happened between y'all? Did y'all end up messing around? Did y'all just send each other news? Like, what's the truth? You know. And then of course you
uh,
have the Jays that are like, our exes of course. So they have a weird. It's not just friends. Like they keep calling each other best friends. And it's just like y'all may be friends now, but I feel like there's still that lingering, sexual energy that's still there.
but my goodness. Well, you can't be changing news with somebody and then 6 months later they y'all best friends. Like, no.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
best friend has never seen my genitalia and I do not want to see no. That's
So do
just
you believe in being friends with somebody that like maybe romantically it didn't work out? Like y'all dated or messed around and it's like, okay, this isn't working for one of us or both of us. Let's just be friends.
friends, yeah, like we could hang out every now and then, go get drinks, but you wouldn't be somebody that I would consider like my best friend. We definitely would not
I agree.
hang
I
out
think
on like daily basis.
right. Like I think it would have to be like a long period of time. Like I feel like
Yeah,
time would have to pass so much so I'm like, I forgot we even messed around.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I forgot about that. Like, happens this thing. I feel like that's when it's like, okay, you're my true like best friend or friend or friend.
Mm-hmm.
But those first, like you said, like 6 months, it's like, yeah, we're friends, kinda, but we're still trying to figure it out. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
um, and shout out to Shed Pro that's in the building. Thank you for being here. All the new people in the
Yes.
building. Shout out to y'all. And a couple of new people. So thank y'all for being here. We really appreciate it. Um, but yeah, any lasting thoughts on Sunny or the past couple episodes as a whole?
I'm honestly kind of just ready to see what the replacements bring. I feel like the replacements are going to bring more chaos, but
Okay.
the season will progress. I know there's going to be more violence. It's Bad Boys Club, so
True.
um, hopefully, hopefully, this season can kind of find the balance that the Spree United season had, where the cast is able to kind of sit down, and kind of talk about their differences and work through their differences. Um, I'm just kind of hoping for like some, I guess, like maturity. Like, yeah, you're a bad boy, but I feel like you're not really a bad boy until you know how to resolve conflict verbally. Like, you don't always have to fucking fight. Yeah, you could pop your shit and do all that, but you aren't officially like a real bad boy until you've solved conflict just through
Yeah.
communication, just verbal communication. So
I
that's
think
what
the
I'm looking for.
right. I think Bad Boy, like to me, like was more of like confidence and like self assurance. Like you don't feel like you have to prove yourself to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to like I mean you will fight to like defend yourself or defend what's right, but like I feel like it's more of a like a confidence and self assurance that you have within yourself that like you know that's what makes you a bad boy, I guess. You do what you want. You may be a little rebellious, a little reckless, whatever. That's why being a bad boy at 40 is a little weird. But like I feel like ultimately you're like self assured and like confident in yourself or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm curious to see how the rest of the season plays out. Like you said, four new people I guess are coming in. I don't know if Sonny ends up staying. I don't see him throughout the rest of the season from what I remember. So maybe he did just end up going home. But I'm curious to see like the four new people, three new people that come in and see like what is giving. Um, like you said, the girls come through and start wrecking shop. So like it's gonna be interesting to see how what that gives, I guess. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much the only things that I had left to say. Um, I feel like you want to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm definitely looking forward. My usual. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Like I just want maturity, growth. Hopefully like
And
some kumbaya moments.
a little mixiness as well.
A little bit. I mean, it's been mixy as hell. It's been very mixy.
It has been.
Um,
Yes.
to be mixy, if you will. Um,
To be mixy.
to
That's
be
interesting.
mixy.
Yes.
No shade, but also, the doll. You spoke of the dolls earlier. You mentioned the dolls earlier, so season 2 of the dolls is coming out. So looking forward to that. So again, shout out to Gemini Films and y'all back. Looking forward to like all of the content. Fucking the Come Up All Stars. I'm like, come on, Karan. Like,
Right.
you
Yes.
better do this. So yeah, shout out to Gemini Films for continuing to put their energy and effort into producing amazing content and giving us content to review and just to watch and enjoy. So I know it's extremely like tedious and time consuming having to cast people and travel here and travel there and
Right.
dealing with people that you don't really mesh with, to do business. So I know it's draining, but I thank the fuck out of Karan and his team. All of the all of the content creators or web series producers that we watch, from Chasing to Gemini Films to The Circle, Our View TV to Web Life. Shout out to Web Life to Hot Boys. So we know all of this filming, editing is like tedious, time consuming as hell. We just thank you for just having the energy and the patience to be in this web life. We are really living this web life.
Yes.
Period.
Life.
We
Yeah.
are really living this web
Definitely check
life.
out our
Period.
live reviews. They are hilarious. Uh, yeah, season one web life. But yeah, I mean, like you said, I'm excited to see the rest of the season. Definitely stay tuned. We're gonna try to be as consistent as we can be, which I definitely feel like we're gonna be consistent. For the rest of the season. Fingers crossed. but definitely feel free to check out our edited review of the first episode of Bad Boys Club for
Is
the season. Yeah, feel free to check that out. Um, and yeah, this has been Key and Carrie. I'm Damon,
I'm Troy.
and we will see y'all in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Yes, peace. Have a good night, everybody.